Welcome to Out of Many One. I'm your host, Jamie Roden. You know, voting is something we hear about all the time, but it's more than just a duty. It's our chance to truly have a say in how our country is run. It's about making our voices heard and helping shape the future we want to see. In this episode of Out of Many One, we're going to explore why voting legally matters and what steps are in place to make sure every vote counts. To help us understand more, I'll hand over to our reporter, Marlon Samuels.
Voting in national elections in Jamaica is the right and responsibility for every citizen over the age of 18 years old. The first step for citizens is to ensure they are registered and their names are on the voters list.
What I would say to the citizenry that it's a decision that citizens are being asked them to make, certain in terms of who govern the country for a particular period of time in the future. And therefore, if you're on the list and you don't take part in the process, it means somebody else is making a decision on your behalf. And therefore, we do encourage every person who are a registered elector to be involved in the process. Mm-hmm. And the other side of it too is that the less persons who are part of the process, it means that we'd have wasted a significant amount of resources, which is basically taxpayers' resources to a certain extent. Bear in mind that we do prepare for 100% turnout. So therefore we have to print 2.1 million ballots. We have to prepare staff, etc., etc. So if persons are not involved in the process, it costs the country. And I said earlier on, the more important part of it is part of the decision making in terms of who governs the country for the whatever period in the future.
A significant factor in speeding things up at the polling station is their voter identification card. The EOJ is strongly encouraging everyone to collect their renewed voter ID card. Having your current card readily available will significantly reduce processing time to vote.
Another thing that we've sought to do in the upcoming election, we have moved a significant amount of our polling station on the ground floor. That will help the persons with some level of disability. We have in excess of 96% of our polling station will be on the ground floor for the upcoming election.
The Electoral Office of Jamaica, EOJ, has all systems in place to ensure free and fair elections. They have embraced the use of technology to streamline and secure the electoral process. A key initiative is the use of the Electronic Voter Identification System, or EVIS. This system is designed to quickly and accurately verify the identity of voters.
Unfortunately, because of the cost, it is only limited to a small amount of constituencies. I think we're looking at about 7 constituencies. What will happen this time, we have upgraded that system. In the past, the system was just based on your fingerprint. We have gone beyond that. We have a new system in place, more manageable in terms of the technology and the equipment that we use. So we're not going to just use your fingerprint, but we're going to do, the system allows us to use facial recognition. So there's an improvement, and we continue to focus on that, certainly in terms of operation that we have in terms of what we do in terms of the printing of our ballots, etc., etc. A significant amount of that is now automated, mechanized.
In addition to EVIS, the EOJ has acquired a sophisticated biometric system. This technology allows for rapid cross-matching of an individual's fingerprint against the entire voter database. The database reportedly has over 2.5 million records. The system allows for the detection and prevention of multiple voting. Recognizing the increasing threat of cyber attacks, the EOJ has implemented robust security measures to protect its system and data.
We have put in a department, a unit that focus on that aspect of what we do. And therefore, we continue to put the necessary facilities in place to prevent any sort of, not necessarily to prevent, but ensure that to reduce the ability for somebody to to attack us and to find the attack to take place. And certainly in terms of our staff, we have a continuous training program to sensitize them to be aware of some of the issues that relates to that particular subject matter.
On election day, these are the simple steps to follow to ensure everything goes smoothly at your voting location.
When you enter the compound of the police, where the police station is, you then ensure that you identify where your police station is, because some locations have more than one. All right, and then you will join that line. Then when you go to then you'll enter the polling station. Then the presiding officer, who will then give you certain instruction. One, you have to, they'll ask for your ID card. If you don't have your ID card, then there's another step in terms of this. The presiding officer will ask you a number of questions: your name, your occupation, where you live, etc., etc. Then, if you have your ID card, and you satisfy the presiding officer that you are the person who is standing in front of him or her, and the name is on the list, then the presiding officer will give you certain instruction in terms of the ballot, guide you in terms of how you mark the ballot, etc., and tell you the different names that are on and which party they represent. And then they will so guide you behind what is known as a voting booth for you to then mark your ballot. And then they will issue certain instruction that you come back to the presiding officer with the ballot folded. Remember, the ballot is done your casting your ballot must be done in secret. Therefore, you can't expose your vote within the polling station. So you come back, hand that to the presiding officer, who then asks you to dip your finger in the ink. And then the presiding officer will wait until you dip your finger in it before him or her insert that ballot in the box.
Voting in Jamaica is easy and simple. Get the facts. It's your right and your responsibility.
Thanks, Marlon, for that informative report. Just remember, voting isn't just a right. It's a responsibility we all share. When we stay informed, make sure we're registered and vote responsibly. We're helping to protect the integrity of our election and strengthening our democracy. Your voice matters, so make it count. Vote legally, vote confidently. I'm Jamie Roden. See you same time and place on Out of Many, 1.